It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikings and the Cardinals, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was Week 1. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in Week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First carry for James Conner, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Good job, dude.
And Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Murray a give. This is Conner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Here's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty moves got him a couple extra on the play. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Gets around him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 21 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 28. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Touchdown, Vikings! D.D. Westbrook, 28 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Everson Griffin. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
These two teams all tied after one. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Murray now to throw. Steps away to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, 41 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They start the drive with Cook. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cousins now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Murray. Green with a catch left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Finding Green complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a 1st down wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati, was their 2nd all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Forced out to his left. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll throw again. Cousins. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Second down and goal. Cousins. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Joseph's got it. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Murray will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin with the home opener in the Pacific Northwest. Tennessee in town to take on Seattle. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Ryan Tannehill throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa. Check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Tajay Sharp, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Jalen Hurts, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Cousins. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
They're going right back to Westbrook.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Here's a handoff to Connor. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, he motivates your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. There's a nice move. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right there.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, and even 19 miles an hour. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventionally. Hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
135 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. Oh, a good move at the 5. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This is caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Joseph on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Murray. Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flushed out right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed You know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Minnesota, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks.